Is it right for me to hope that someone gets what they deserve? Is that what, and how does that mesh with the idea of forgiveness? How can both be good? Well, one of the first ways to look at that, of course, is we need to simply define forgiveness. Martin Luther King Jr. again wrote beautifully about the relationship between justice and forgiveness, and powerfully advocated for a nonviolent pursuit of justice, a pursuit of justice that loved the oppressor, that looked for reconciliation with the oppressor. And there are a couple key things about the way he used forgiveness that we need to understand and that help us discover how those intersect. And the first is this. In that use of forgiveness, the things that are being released are personal to me, are personal to the one that has been wronged. If I forgive, what I am releasing is my personal retaliation, my personal resentment, my personal right to vengeance. But justice is conformity to a standard that is outside of me. That means that I can release my personal retaliation, and that outside standard is still existing. That outside standard still calls evil evil, without minimizing, without mitigating, without downplaying. And then the second dynamic is that I, like King, trust in that moral lawgiver to bring absolute and final justice. There is someone who is higher than me, who has set that standard, who is capable of meting out justice far greater than I could ever mete out. The Christian faith teaches that not only does God love, but that God is just and that both are found. He pours out his wrath on evil not because he is vindictive, but because he cares. And trauma and injustice matter to him. Because that evil is even more glaring and blatant to God than it is to me. I absolutely love the way Martin Luther King explained this when he wrote, "The God whom we worship is not a weak and incompetent God. He is able to beat back gigantic waves of opposition and to bring low prodigious mountains of evil. The ringing testimony of the Christian faith is that God is able."